Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance. And today we are going to talk fragrance, and I want to share with you the fragrances that I wore the entire week starting December 17th. All right, so starting that week, the 17th, Sunday, I did not wear any fragrances, you guys, because I was not feeling my best on that day. So I have issues with my sinuses, you guys, and some days they're just not good, and fragrances of any kind tends to exacerbate them. So I moved on into Monday I started off with the champagne apple and honey body butter from Bath and Body Works. This is a very highly fragranted body butter. You actually could wear this in isolation if you needed to, if you wanted something really mild. So I wore this, and you definitely get that sweet apple with a subtle note of champagne. And then I added the Qissa Pink. The Qissa Pink is a fruity fragrance. It is said to smell like strawberries in other people's opinions, but mine not so much. But there's definitely a fruit in here. It's listed to have an apple note in it, but I do think that is something a little bit more than apple. So I do think that there are some apples and some berries, and you do get a subtle note of coconut in here. You definitely pick up that coconut, and there's this clean note in it. It's like a muskiness in it that gives you like this really clean, almost a little soapy, just a little soapy, not much, because it still lends itself to more of like a fruity, musky type of fragrance that you can like make it gourmand depending on what you mix it with. But it paired really well with this champagne apple and honey. So that was my fragrance for Monday. Now moving on into Tuesday, I kept it very subtle. I started with the Fenty body butter. This is the Vanilla Dream. This is one of my favorite vanilla body butters. It smells so good, and it does have a little shimmer note to it. So I went in with this. I used the body butter, and then I paired it with the Vanilla Bean Noel from Bath and Body Works. You know, this has fragrance notes of fresh vanilla bean, warm caramel, sugar cookies, whipped vanilla cream, and snow kiss musk. So this is a gourmand vanilla musky type of fragrance, and I did pair a perfume with it, and I paired it with the Escapade Gourmande by Maison Mataha. Yes, you see the dent. It's really there. I am so into this fragrance. It smells so good. It is long lasting. Like I always say, this is not a highly projecting fragrance, but it is very intimate, but it is so comforting to me. It is very simplistic, but just as deep in my opinion. It has fragrance notes of sugar, musk, and vanilla, but it is so nice. I do think that I'm gonna either request this for a next holiday present or birthday, or I'm gonna repurchase it myself. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Tuesday. Now Wednesday, I skipped Wednesday. I did not wear any fragrance on Wednesday because Wednesday was another one of those days where it was just really bad. I was not feeling my best. So moving on into Thursday, I tried to wear something very simplistic, but I wanted it to not be so perfumey and keep it on the gourmand side, because I am able to tolerate gourmands a little bit more than I am, you know, perfumey notes. So what I did was I started off, because I was dealing with a lot of head congestion, a nasal drain. So I just thought it would be perfect to just use this Twisted Peppermint. So I started off with the Twisted Peppermint Cloud Body Butter from Bath and Body Works. And it's funny, whenever I wear this, my husband always makes this joke, and I'm just like, what you got on? Some Vic Sabs or something? Because it does have a very minty note in it. So I use this. And then I went in with the hot cocoa and cream. This is just a chocolate forward body mist from Bath and Body Works. It doesn't have the fragrance notes on it, but I do think it has like a vanilla note with a chocolate note in it. So I used that. And then I went in with this little beauty here. She is not long lasting, but she is good when she does last. The time that you get to experience with her, she is really good. This is Choco Musk, and this is a very inexpensive fragrance. It has a very high note of vanilla. It's probably about 2 or 3 different vanillas in here because the vanilla is really good. It tastes like, it smells like, listen to me say taste. It smells like vanilla abstract that you use for baking. And it has notes of cacao. It has a chocolate note in it. I think it has a little coconut in it, but this is really good. So if you're looking for a sweet, chocolatey, gourmand fragrance, I would definitely recommend this, but you're going to want to make you a decant or take this with you because she does not last very long. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Thursday. All right, so moving on into Friday, you guys, my fragrance cocktail is switched up a little bit. Not as gourmandy, but it's more of like a fresh, musky type of fragrance. So I started with the Santal Bloom body oil by Saltair. This is blooming sandalwood. It is so good. It almost smells like it has a little nutty note in it, but it's definitely a sandalwood forward note. It smells so good, you guys. So I use this, and then I layered my South Pacific Sandalwood by Ness New York, and this is a perfume oil. And I topped it off with my fragrance, which is Qissa Blue. Now Qissa Blue is a citrusy, musky fragrance. It has fragrance notes of bergamot. It has some orange in it. It has a woody and a powdery aspect to it, and it's very heavy on the musk. And I do smell a little saffron in here as well. So that was my fragrance cocktail for Friday. Okay, so Saturday is one of those days that I did not want to think about it. I just needed a fragrance to put on and wear and be comfortable in it. So none other than my all-time favorite. If I had to get rid of every fragrance in my collection, this would be the one that I would beg to keep if I could only choose one, and it would be the Scent of Peace for Her by Bond Number 9. This is a floral, woody, musky fragrance. I have worn it for many years. This is definitely my signature scent. I have probably owned about 12 bottles of this fragrance, as well as the Body Silk. So this fragrance, it has notes of black currant, it has some grapefruit, it has a beautiful lily of the valley, and of course this beautiful musky note to it. So this was my fragrance for Saturday. So that concludes my fragrances for the week of December 17th, you guys. I want to thank you for coming back to the channel. If you would like to share your fragrances or fragrance combinations that you wore for the week of December 17th or at any time, please do so in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions, please do that as well. See you guys in the next video, and do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.